So, this is an 8th grade social studies lesson. And I'm not going to start at the beginning. I'm going to just talk you through what would have happened up until the periods that I teach are like 55 minutes long, so I'm talking probably about 35 minutes into the period. So in the days leading up to today, we have gone over these things. So we just finished studying World War I, and we've not, so we finished studying World War I and the idea how business is booming in the United States, people are buying things, advertising is on the upswing. It's before the Great Depression, so advertising is, encouraging people to buy things, home appliances, things like the icebox, the freezer just got invented. So some of these ads show, women waiting all dressed up for their husband to come home, and they can put ice in his glass and make him a nice cocktail, right, before dinner. Automobiles, people are buying cars. So consumerism is on the upswing. People are spending more than they ever had before. The United States is people in the United States are wealthier than they have been in a long time. Women have become more liberated. So we've got this idea that women are now wearing short dresses and they're going out at night and they have more freedom than they ever had, and they're dancing and they're smoking, and prohibition is in effect. So we've got speakeasies and we've got organized crime. So these are things that we've all studied up until today. Okay? So today starts, you guys come into class, 8th grade social studies. So every day you come in and you take your Cornell notes and you copy the aim. So I've already done this for you. You don't have to, you're not going to go through these things, but so you would come in and take your Cornell notes, copy the aim and the Cornell notes. So today's notes are Renaissance and Harlem Renaissance. And the definitions, okay, and so those definitions would then go along with be added that day to the list of specialized terminology and prior knowledge that's posted in the room for you guys, so we could always just refer back to it, because I made enough. And after you copy the Cornell notes, you copy tonight's homework. Most of the time, it's an aim summary, but tonight it's something different because this is a 2-part lesson. Okay, so you've copied your homework, you've done the aim you've copied your aim, you've copied your Cornell notes, I've checked your homework, and then I teach the lesson on the Harlem Renaissance. So we talk about and if you look here, I didn't write it up here to save time, but if you look over here, you'll see the ideas that we discuss in today's lesson about the time period in the United States known as the Harlem Renaissance. It was also known as the New Negro Movement, and it was just an intellectual and literary movement that began in Harlem and so I should have written the things up here because it's much easier to refer up to it, but where writers and poets and artists met, and this intellectual movement and expression through writing and art and poetry and painting and dance and music, lots of music took place, and it was a time of rebirth for African American hope and pride. Okay, after we've had this mini lesson, you guys are all behaving beautifully. We look at, if you flip your Cornell notes, unless they're stapled, it's on the second page. It's a poetry analysis worksheet. So the first thing that we do in this lesson is read a poem by Langston Hughes as a class. And I have it digitally, and I have a few copies of it if you guys individually want to look at it. As a group, we do one together. So we read this poem, I Too Am America, and I model analyzing, doing the poetry analysis, okay? And then after that, we do a second one, I give it to you, and everybody does this part of the lesson individually, okay? So at this point, everyone has completed their individual analysis of a poem that I've given you, okay? And we have come back as a group, and we have gone through these questions and analyzed this poem. Now the fun begins. So, in groups, guys, I'm going to need you to get ready to move around a little bit because I want to reorganize you. So you're going to start counting off from one, and go to, how many do we have? Not as many people today. So I think we could do 3 of 3. 3 of 3 and, well, 4. Okay, so count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
3, 4.
You're going to be 1, thank you. Number 2.
No.
Okay, so you're not doing it. Okay, so we'll do 3 groups of.
Do you need a third person?
I don't. I'm just not bad. I'm not good at math, so I'm trying to. 3 groups. 3 groups. Okay, so 1. Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and you can pick the first or the second group. You just pick the last group. Okay, so if that makes sense, you can be in the.
Basically, you can't be with me.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, but I'm bad at math. Okay, so group 1, let's meet over here, group 2 over here, and group 2 over here, so I can give you guys your materials and we can get started, okay? So 1,